Well, hello, friends. This is Donna Reiners, and I'm subbing for Peter today for In the Know with Peter No, but I'm Donna. And so the reason we have hats on today is because we're doing a little hat contest because all the SPDs that wanted to gather in Costa Rica got to gather in Costa Rica. So we're having a We're Not in Costa Rica party with our own little hats. We're going to have a little contest and see who has the best hat with no feelings hurt for those who didn't get a prize, of course, because we all love each other. And we'll do that before the end. I do have a couple things on my mind, and I appreciate y'all being here. As we know, Peter has us learning about breakfast, lunch, and dinner, building, leveraging, and duplicating. And as I was chewing on what I could bring to the table, I thought, I don't want to bring exactly what Peter brings because nobody can do what Peter does, right? Well, we can build like Peter, we can leverage like Peter, we can duplicate like Peter, but we each also have something we bring. And so I have my own little BLD that I'm going to talk to y'all about today. And I have a little throat thing going on, so I apologize for that. So, all right. For those of you who, has anyone in here ever done visualization? Or ever done anything where you stop and you pause and you breathe in and you breathe out and you make new decisions and you consider where you are in life and where you want to go in life and what you want to accomplish in life? Well, that's what I want us to do a little bit of today. I want us to do BLD, our own BLD. The first one is breathing in and out. We're going to breathe in and out. And we're going to do that because we want to believe in ourselves in a stronger way. We want to really believe in the science that is in place for us. And we want to believe in the system that's been put in place so that we can lean into a system and not be stressed on trying to figure everything out. We don't have to figure it all out. And also, I want to challenge all of us to bloom where we are planted. Just to bloom where you're planted. It's important to bloom where you're planted. And so, if you're in a difficult situation, whether it be financially, with a partner or friend, or with a spouse, and it's difficult, or you're in a situation in life where it's just difficult, and you've been having difficulty feeling like you can bloom, I want you to visualize with me when we do our breathing. And I want you to give yourself permission to bloom where you are. I want you to give yourself permission to bloom in the desert. I want you to give yourself permission to bloom with or without water. And I want you to know there's a resilience within you. You have breath inside of you. And that breath is your courage. That breath is your strength. That breath is going to allow you to see yourself being positive, being successful, and moving forward in a way where maybe you haven't moved forward before. That's what the B is for today. And so I don't know everyone's belief system. I have a person I believe in. For me, it's God. For me, I lean into the Father. Some lean into the universe. You lean wherever you want to lean. Listen, I have a doctor who I go to see sometimes, and he is convinced that we are evolving from monkeys. And I told him, I'll just tell you, I said, you know what? If you want to believe in that, that's okay. If you want to be from that, that's okay. I'm not, but it's okay that you are. So you believe what you want to believe. You believe what gives you strength in this moment today. I want you to visualize with me the strength that is within you. Breathing in and breathing out and breathing in and breathing out, because you are strong and you are resilient and you are well able. You are strong, You are resilient and you are well able. And some of you really don't know it. And some of you are in very strong circumstances and you don't know how you're either ever going to get out of it or you don't know how you're going to grow in it. And some of you want to escape where you are because you have no idea how you're ever going to get where you want to go, where you are. But if you will decide during this time together to bloom, I believe you're going to have a shift. And I believe we can all have a shift and a change. Is that okay with y'all? Breathing in. Okay, let's just take a deep breath. Sit up if you can. I got my shoulders back. I kind of like it. Is it all ladies? Well, looky there. Hold on, let's make sure. I don't want to be discriminating. Well, I don't know who that is, but bless you. So with me, I can't do this with a hat, y'all. Don't be mad at me. Y'all keep yours on. I want you to breathe in as deeply as you can. I don't want you to breathe out. If you've never done this before, just think. When you're asleep, you're breathing in and you're breathing out. Right now, we're just going to breathe in and we're going to breathe out while we're awake. But we want it to be a deep breathe. I want you to breathe in the strength that you know is available to you. I want you to breathe in the ability to bloom where you're planted. I want you to breathe in a belief in yourself, a belief in the science, a belief in the system, a belief that you can do this, that you can. And a belief that it is okay for you to have a goal in front of you that you want to accomplish. If you've never had a goal, if you've never given yourself permission to shoot for something, I want today to be that day. And listen, I've made goals before and sometimes I don't obtain them. But guess what happened between here and there? I grew. I grew stronger. I saw things about myself that were actually good that I never knew was inside me before. So with me, breathe in. And breathe out. And if you're able to put your hand right here, I put it here because your lymphatics meet right here. And I kind of call this my subconscious area. And I just want us to say a few things together. You know, this is about the health, right? And some of us want to marry it with wealth. And all those things are good. So with me, this is what I want to do. And maybe you want to just follow along. I am healed. I am whole. And I am restored. Breathing out all the anxiety. Breathing out the discouragement. Breathing in life. I am healed. I am whole. And I am restored. I am strong. And I am well able. I am courageous. I am courageous. I am courageous. I want you to see yourself following up with people you haven't followed up with. Maybe you're afraid. I want you to see yourself following through with people that maybe you dropped the ball with 6 months ago and you don't know what to say now. Oh, just go for it. Just say, hey, how you doing? As if you never missed a beat. Breathing in and breathing out. And I want you to ask yourself, what do you want? Maybe it's something physical. Maybe you want a house. Maybe you want to move. Maybe you want full-time money. Maybe you want part-time money. Maybe you want your health. Maybe you fought for your health for years and you just need to see a shift. Whatever it is, I want you to breathe it in and breathe out all the impossibilities. Breathing in a fresh strength. You know, you can't build unless you can breathe. So take a new breath. Something I thought about was some of you need to see who you want to be. You know, you've been almost afraid to see who you want to be, thinking that you'll never get there. So why see it? But you know what? You're going to become along the way. And you're going to become who you're supposed to become. And it's going to be better even than what you think you see. That's how good it's going to be. Now, if this is getting a little deep and maybe getting a little invasive, but you know, meet Donna. I'm a little invasive. If there is anyone that you have not forgiven, if there's someone in your life that is just like a spur in your saddle, maybe today it's a good day to stop, pause, get off that horse, take off that saddle, pull out that little spur, resaddle your horse and get back on and go without it. So breathe in and breathe out all that unforgiveness. Maybe you have an issue with you, you know? Maybe you have not forgiven you, and it's keeping you from believing in you. It's keeping you from building you. It's keeping you from building community. It's keeping you from putting your shoes on every day and getting moving. This is a good day to decide that you're going to start getting up, brushing your hair, drinking your water, getting out your phone, or going to the mailbox to meet your neighbor, unafraid. Open the blinds. Let the sunshine in. And as my husband says to me all the time, Donna, tomorrow's going to be a new day. The sun's going to come out and you're going to have a new day. So take the new day now. One last breathing in. And breathing out. If you have a new goal that you make between now maybe one dropped inside you, or now you're going to start pondering, what do I want? If you feel willing to share, just put it in the chat box. I want this. And there's nothing too, let's see, there's nothing too trite. There's nothing too big and there's nothing too small. Maybe you want the money to pay your electric bill on time. And maybe you have some kids you want to buy something for. Maybe you have some extended family that you need finances to help them with. Or maybe you have some extended circumstances in your health and you need to be able to purchase some things. Listen, today's about you. It's about building you. It's not just about others. Today, let's build you. Breathe in who you want to be. And think about what you want. I mean, what do you want? Seriously. And can I tell you, knowing your why is important, but while you're on the way you're going, sometimes your why changes. Be willing to find a new why on the way to where you're going. Because if one why doesn't cut it, you might need a new why. If you start losing your tread on your tires to keep moving, maybe it's because your why is tired. And maybe you've changed so much that now the why you had is no longer strong enough for where you're headed. Sometimes going on a vacation, sometimes that why isn't strong enough, because as you develop and as you grow and you find yourself becoming more powerful than you thought you could be and more successful than you thought you could become, you might find going on vacation was one of your whys. Well, now you have another why and another why. And those are the ladders to me, like the ladders of our life. Here's my why. That lasted about 3 weeks. And then here's my other why, which lasted me about 4 months. And then there's this why that took me 5 years. These whys become the ladders of our life because it becomes who we are. And the next letter is L. So we know that in Peter's language, we're building, we're leveraging, we're duplicating. Well, today we're building ourselves. And today we're loving ourselves. And we're living fully right where we are. Again, maybe you have a difficult partner, financial challenges that paralyze you. Maybe you have no friends and you wonder, what the hey, how am I ever going to tell anybody about this? Or maybe you have no family. Maybe you've lost a family member. Maybe you've just experienced a life from hell. Listen, this is the stuff we don't talk about, because we're in business together, but we also have life together, right? So in this place, I want you to breathe in and breathe out and remind yourself of that why. Because that's why you get up every day in the midst of those painful circumstances. That's why you pick up the phone and you call that person that you've been reluctant to call. That's why you get up and you brush your hair just one more day. That's why you get up and you drink your water like you're supposed to, even though you went half the day without drinking it, but you're like, nope, I'm drinking my water today. Listen, these are the basics, guys. These are the basics. We don't all have it together, but we want to have it together. So I'm going to drink a little sip of water. So whatever for you is living, I want you to consider the L for living. L for loving yourself. Maybe you need to look yourself in the mirror and you need to just tell yourself you're your own best friend, and you need to shake your own hand and remind yourself that you have value and you have worth and that you are worth loving. Some of you may have the love thing down, and that's awesome. But some of us are in process. So I want you to love yourself. And I didn't bring a mirror. I should have. Sometimes I'm on the fly. But I'd love if you have a mirror today, somehow today, I want you to take that mirror, I want you to look at yourself, and I want you to tell yourself, when you say, hey in there, I love you. I want you to tell yourself that you have value and you have worth, and that you have value and worth to get up every day and to work this business, to build, to leverage, and to duplicate. That you can do this, that this is not beyond your capability. This is not beyond your strength. This is not beyond your resilience. Listen, someone told me early on that only 5% make it in this business. Well, that was a little discouraging. But I thought, you know what? Why not us? Why can't we be the 5%? I want you to tell yourself, I'm part of the 5%. And whether I make it in a month, or I make it in 2 months, or it takes me a year, or it takes me 5 years, I'm part of the 5%. I'm part of the 5%. And part of that 5%, guys, is you believing in yourself, and you loving yourself, and you living right where you are, and taking the circumstances you're in that challenge the crap out of you and make you think, are you ever going to do it? And nobody knows, maybe nobody knows the torment you've got, or the crash course you're in right now in your life. And nobody knows that you cry yourself to sleep at night. You know, maybe nobody knows these things, but I want you to take those tears and let them become water for your soul, and let them cause you to rise up each day and to build and to leverage and to duplicate. That every day you can believe in yourself, and every day you can take another step in building you, so that you can build this business, so you can be on this ladder of the 5%, and that you can make it. And that you can do this, whether you are doing this part-time, one-time, part-time, full-time, whatever it is that you're passing through, that you have got this. You've got this. You've got this. I want you to say, I've got this. I've got this. And listen, you might be around people in your upline, your downline, and they've got all this going on, and they're trucking, and you're thinking, woo, look at how they dress, and they seem to got it going on, and they're doing here and they're going there. But you don't know the private hell they're in. You don't know what the challenges they have. You don't know that it might not be as easy as it looks. Listen, you're in good company, and you've got this. So I want you to love yourself. And the other thing that came to my mind, I'm telling you what. Oh, let's see what someone said. I've stayed consistent for 3 years this December and finally reached director yesterday. I will not quit. Yay, Heidi. Let's celebrate. Woo! Go Heidi. Go Heidi. Go Heidi. Who else has a win? Who else has a win? Man, write your win in. Write your win in. Let's see it. Awesome. Excellent. Very good. My Lifeway business goal is to maintain my new director position, but focus on maxing out the manager commission opportunity by the end of Q1 of 2023. Do you know what, Heidi? That I clung to that myself for quite some time. Even as presidential, sometimes I drop down, you know, because it depends on what the structure is and how many you have in structure and all those things as you grow, right? And I just keep myself in the place where I'm like, okay, it's all good. Just pick it up and go the next day, because you can't be in control of the other people. You can only control you, right? And you can just be happy regardless. And you're going to make that goal. You are going to make that goal, and you're going to max that out. And I want you to see yourself maxing that out. And I want you, and you know, you're going to max it out because you're going to help other people max out theirs as well. All the binaries that we do, and all the managers we do, and all the times we stop with people to help them with these foundational things. They're so powerful for the entire organization, for the entire team. Every time you do a binary for someone and help someone just to the left and right, those are points up the tree, guys. And that's what helps the structure stay in place. So you believe and you keep believing, you believe and you keep believing. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. L is for loving yourself. L is for longevity. L is for finding new people to sign up and to lead and guide those on your team. I am part of the 5% and wins in this business, climbing the ladder to at least 20K a month. Woohoo! I'm in agreement, Miss Deborah. Oh, almost a senior director. That's amazing. Woo! Yes. Excellent. Listen, it's all about not giving up, y'all. It is about not giving up. Because let me tell you something. Even in the let's see. Sometimes you can get the positions, but still be discouraged on the inside. Sometimes you can be making the money and still on the inside going, man. Sometimes you can still be exhausted and nobody knows. So keep yourself climbing. And if you go down 3 steps, I want you to stop and just take a deep breath. Go, hey, I'm gonna rest here for a day or so, and then just keep on trucking. Just keep on trucking. Let's see. I see no's that are changing to yeses. Awesome. I see boldness where there was shyness. Yes. I see excuses disappearing and becoming possibilities. Wonderful. I see the mindset that says I can't change into I can change. I see myself believing that SPD is just a rank. Ranks are attained one at a time. Excellent. If others can attain it, then so can I. I see myself becoming the system and I can attain it like anyone else. Excellent. Excellent, Sandy. We all receive that. We all take that. Contentment is within. Amen. And when you are content with yourself, with your life, then you can take steps forward to move forward. That's awesome. Okay, the other L I want to talk to you about is laughing at yourself. I mean to tell you, some of the first people I talked to early on, man, I crammed it down their throat, man. I'm just telling you, man, because I was so excited and I was so passionate and I was so on fire, and I didn't realize I was running people over. It was the last thing in my mind, because you think to yourself, well, who doesn't want to hear all this? Who doesn't want to know about all this? Who doesn't care about this? Well, some people just don't care. And I'm just now really getting a clue, even more so today. It's been a year and 4 months, moving toward 5 months. And it's been a tough road, but I'm so thankful that I stuck with it. And one of the ways that helped me stick with it was laughing. Laughing when I totally just either screwed up, or I found out somebody else thought I'd screwed up, or I found out somebody was talking yak about my back or whatever. All the estrogen things, ladies. Oh, you can sit there and go, oh no, we're perfect. But life happens, guys. And in the midst of that, you better have your why. You better know your why. And it better be strong enough to keep you taking one step after another. And this is real. And no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter what profession, know why you get up every day, and face yourself and love yourself and like yourself enough to get up another day, and to get up another day, and to get up another day, even if you're the only one that wants you to get up. You get up. So I want you to laugh at all these things that maybe you were foolish in, or the things you're going to become foolish in, or the mistakes you're going to make, and all the things that happen in life. I want you to laugh. And I want you to say, it's okay. I'm all right. And this person said, Jen said, laughing at so-called rejection and weaknesses and celebrating your uniquenesses. Excellent. Excellent. Totally agree. Just laugh and keep moving. And don't let that rock that you hit stop you. Instead, stop, take a deep breath and go, okay, so do I move this obstacle? Do I hammer this obstacle and crush it? Do I pick it up and move it? Do I climb it? Do I go around it? Listen to the voice inside, which leads us into the next today. Remember, building, leveraging, and duplicating. Today it's, well, I liked all my B's, you see. I couldn't even choose which B I really wanted to use, but it's breathing, breathing and believing, living and loving, and it's dreaming. I want you to dream again. Maybe you've been in this kind of organization before, this kind of business before. I'm new to it. So this is brand new. I'm glad it was a good experience. There was a lot of bumps, but it's been a good experience overall. I'd say I have no regrets. I have no regrets. I'm thankful. So I want you to breathe in and breathe out, and I want you to consider, what is your dream? You know, what is your dream? You know, maybe it is a big dream. Maybe it's a little dream. But our dreams are important. And we need steps toward those dreams, including all the times we get knocked down. Because you get knocked down in any kind of life. In life, we get knocked down, but it's how many times we get up that determines if we get to keep climbing that ladder. So I want you to have your dream. I want you to write down your dream. I've thought about doing a vision board again. I don't know that this would be the place to do it, but I've thought about doing one. I've talked to some ladies about it, doing one and holding it and having it available for Zoom or whatever. But dreaming again, a vision board for you. And I want you to dive in. I want you to dive in today with a new decision that you can do this, a new decision that you can live and you can love and you can laugh and you can believe, that you can breathe in and you can breathe out, and that you're going to make it and that you're going to thrive and you're going to be part of that 5%, even if it takes you 5 years. You're going to do it. Deborah was a great example, you know, and some of the things she talked about, wanting the steps she's got. Miss Heidi talked about how long it took her to get to a space, and now she has a goal for the first quarter of 2023. Sandy talked about how, you know, she's been in it for quite some time, for a little over a year, and she's just now seeing breakthrough. And she was discouraged many steps along the way, but now she's encouraged. That's exciting, y'all. It's exciting. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes people will gather around to encourage you. And there's some people that do not feel any encouragement, no matter how you encourage them, because they feel so down on themselves because they don't feel like they can do it. But you have got to be the determining factor in your life on whether you can do this business or not. Because at the end of the day, you are with you. At the end of the day, you're the one who looks yourself in the mirror. And you have to have peace with you. And you have to love you and live in you. I want you to decide. I want you to dive in to the possibility of what you can accomplish. Listen, how much time do we have left? Somebody do the math for me. Today is whatever today is, 16th. So whatever, there's 31 days in December. And then we have these few days in November. So I want you to consider between now and then, what are your goals for the next year? And what are you going to do to make those goals? And maybe you need to flesh it out. Maybe you need to get a piece of paper and just write down, like do a brain dump. Write down everything that you think is in your way. And then write down all the possibilities. And while you're writing or talking, maybe you're a verbal processor like me, and maybe you just need to talk into your phone until you're blue in the face, until you've talked it out enough for you to find a plan for yourself and find your first goal in that first rung on the ladder, moving towards your next step to get where you want to go. So I want you to dive in to this system that we have. Dive into the divine inside you that leads you and guides you. Dive into more of you. I want you to ride the wave, life wave. I want you to ride this wave. I want you to learn how to breathe in and breathe out. And if the wave crashes and you fall off your surfboard, I want you to see yourself swimming and jumping back on the board and keeping on going in the strongest storm. I want you to see that you can do it. I want you to see that life is not just a promotion. Life is not just going after ranks. And life is not just obtaining money, though I am thankful for money. But life is an adventure. And I want you somehow, some way inside of you today decide that you're going to allow yourself to be on an adventure and not just on a destination of a rank, not just a destination of a promotion, not just a destination of a dollar, but inside you, in that place where you can dream, in that place where you're diving in that place where you're listening to enjoy the journey. I want you to see how you're going to accomplish it. This is a good time to do it. It's a good time. It's a good time to dream. And maybe you have this huge dream up here that seems so impossible. And maybe you've never dreamed it before. You know, I'm one of the ones who never dreamed it before. I never really had goals before. Making goals has been new for me. Just being transparent and new. Over the last year and something months, I've learned how to make goals. And I haven't accomplished all of them. But I have some. And I'm very thankful. And I'm learning. We're all learning. Right? We're learning. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing to learn. It's a good thing to learn a new way to love yourself, a new way to build yourself. And you know what is beautiful is that if you will build yourself, you're going to learn to leverage yourself in a way for your own life. And you're going to learn how to move forward in a way you've never moved forward before. And you're going to believe in yourself like you've never believed in yourself before. And you know, when you do that, you're going to attract people that believe in their self, and they're going to want to run with you. And don't be surprised at the package they're in. It could be the 85-year-old neighbor down the road who knows an entire city. You know? It could be a few connections that you have are gold mines right in front of you, and they just need a little watering. They just need a little encouragement. Maybe they just need a little follow-up. They need a little follow-through. Maybe they need a little Aeon because they got some inflammation. You know, maybe they need some carnosine because they need those telomeres increased. Listen, this is a great time to be alive with this beautiful patching process we have. So use the patches yourself. You don't have to know ins and outs of all the science. We have that in place for us, thank goodness. If you want to learn the science, feel free. Awesome. I just want to love people and let people know that there's something that can help them be stronger and possibly live longer. And that's all I do. Just diving into that. Now, listen, we have about 10 minutes left. I still want to do our little contest. And I really do have prizes. Are y'all all in the States? Okay. So let's look at each other. I'm also going to put in the chat. We didn't really talk about this. I'm putting in the chat a few links, okay, that you can just copy and paste. You can send these to those that you are talking to about the business. I'm going to do this before I forget. Let's see. Oh, we got some chatting going on too. Drink in hope. Yes. Dare to water. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. I am dreaming of making it to director by the end of the year. Oh, that makes me cry. Dream again, little and big. Dive in with a new decision. Yes, these are excellent notes. Excellent notes. I wonder if we kept the transcription for today. I'll have to look and see. If we didn't, I apologize. I put in some keys before we do our contest for our hats. I put a key.
You can save the chat. That it's 3 little dots down at the bottom, so you can always save the chat.
I usually do that in the beginning, but I didn't today. I have show chat previews.
It's in the chat, and then it's the three little dots to the very, very right at the bottom of the white column of chats.
Okay.
Anyway, go. You're doing great. Love everything you're saying. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Listen, I'm going to make you co-host and then you can do it for us. Hold on just a second.
I don't know how to be co-host. I'm sorry. I really don't know if that will help at all.
I was saying you could find the little dots and see if I've saved it.
Oh,
or not.
okay. Okay, I'll do that.
That's all I was saying.
Sure.
Oh, wait, here, hold on. Save chat. Oh, at the end, we can save the chat.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, alrighty then. Okie doke. So I put the key to using links is your follow-up and your follow-through. And because if you do not follow up and follow through with the links that perhaps maybe go to Marcy and Peter or links that go to LifeWave, they're going to enroll, but they're going to enroll under somebody else, guys. Your success is linked to your follow-up and your follow-through. And even if you feel like they don't like you, you think that they think you're bugging them, let me tell you something. If you're kind and your follow-up on a weekly basis is more than just, hey, are you going to buy? But hey, how you doing? I was thinking about you today. And you know what? This is old school. Maybe send them a card. I love to send little cards sometimes. I'm like, I was just thinking about you, Mrs. Such and Which. I just want to tell you hello. You've got their addresses. You've got the addresses of the people you've enrolled. You know, it doesn't have to be encroaching. It doesn't have to be intrusive. It can just be simply a little love with a little effort goes a long way with people. I place in here startx39now.com. I place startx39biz.com. I also put Marcy and Peter's YouTube in here because that's also where they're placing the practitioner calls, some of them, and some of the podcast calls. So those are good places you can, if you don't want to send the Zoom link, sometimes you can send a YouTube to someone and they'll watch that. I also sent the YouTube at LifeWave Health in here. And I put the LifeWave channel in here, and I put the Telegram, the Be Activating Testimonials link. And if you go to this little, I'll show you real quick. I'm gonna share my screen. I want to show y'all something. Right here, do you see my screen, y'all? You see the chat? Right here, there's three little dots here. You click on that, you can click copy. And you can put that in your notes section, or whether you're on your phone or whether you're on a computer, whatever, you can copy that and you put it somewhere in your computer so you have these links. All right. That'll come in handy, y'all. I do that all the time when I'm in some kind of meeting because they're going so fast. I'm like, hey, guys, slow down. And they're like, bebopping along. I'm like, I'm not bebopping. I need you to slow down. Anyway. Let me stop my share. Okay, let's do a little hats, guys. Thank y'all so much for allowing me to share my heart. I hope that was encouraging and helpful to you. Believe in you, love yourself. And you know what? When you can believe in you and you can love yourself, do you know when you duplicate that, you will make money. Money will come. It will. It will come. And reach the hand in to help the people that you've enrolled. If you're not helping the people you enrolled, I encourage you to give them a call. They might be feeling lonely right now. Maybe you think they've fallen off the map. Maybe you think they don't want to talk to you. Maybe you think they don't like you anymore. Maybe you went from friend to business and now what the hey? Don't know. Don't care. Don't make assumptions. Just reach back in, even if it's just a little text. I would text every single person you've enrolled. Of course, if there's 1,000, God help, God bless you. But I'd do each one individually. I would not do them all in a group. And I say, hey, Diane, I was just thinking about you today. And I just want to wish you a really happy holiday. And and just start reaching into your support, the people that you've brought along the journey, and maybe reach into the people that are in your upline. You might think, oh, they're successful and they've got everything going on and they don't have time for you. And maybe they don't have time, but God will bring somebody that has time. In the meantime, just say hello. Remind them that you're there. Okay. Those are just little tips. And the other thing I did have on money, listen, go into your binary tree and look and see who hasn't upgraded. If they're on a bronze, just say, hey, I was just thinking about you. The holidays can be really stressful. Would you like to upgrade to a silver for a mere $176? You can get 4 support sleeves, 60 days of anti-inflammatory, and 30 days of energy enhancer. That'll help you in in the next season. If you'll think about what your distributors or what the people that you have brought in wholesale in could use in this holiday season, they might be willing to upgrade. And then from silver is to gold, $200, you can get 4 support sleeves plus 1 more. Basically, you get 5 support sleeves for $200. That is a deal, guys. And what that will accomplish is that will be increasing your personal, your points up the tree, guys. And it will be increasing everybody else's points up the tree. And in case you forgot, every time somebody goes on your far left or your far right, do you know everybody above them gets those points too? It really is a team effort. And so the more you go to increase you, it increases everybody above them as well. And every time someone there increases someone that's underneath you, it also increases you. It really is a team sport, even if you don't realize it. So these are just things to consider, because some people are reluctant to upgrade. Gosh, we all have them. Man, I have people all the time. Nope, I don't want to. They're just, I didn't know better, and I have one on a bronze, been on a bronze for a year. I'm like, what was I thinking to even introduce them to a bronze? I should have given them the silver. No, I was like, okay. And now I'm like, I just talk about silvers or above, but he was content just to stay there. That's all he wants to do now. He didn't experience the anti-inflammatory to see that he could really get rid of that inflammation. Now he's just content to be. And I love the X39. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. But these other patches also have clout, and they have weight, and they're powerful. And those are your upgrades, baby. Money up the tree. Okay. All right. Who's?
Can I add?
Hi, Heidi. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to throw, I've kind of dabbled in these home-based direct sales businesses for a while, and I've never really been successful. And I finally have learned with this company, because of what we have and the character of David Schmidt, the people, the community, that as we've grown so much in this just short period of time as of recent, as you see people bring on influencers, doctors, and you feel like you're kind of getting left behind, don't allow yourself to go there. I used to do that a long time ago, and you can build a great business with just customers. You don't always have to build team. And then it used to be the mentality of ranking from manager to director to senior director. That doesn't mean anything. If you just max out, I believe manager is $2,500 a month. That's
15.
a lot. What is it?
$1,500 a month.
What is director? Is that 25? One of them, I thought it was 25.
No,
but that's a lot. That's a lot of money. So don't.
It's a week, by the way, each week, not a month.
So it's $1,500 a week
that you can max out as a manager. Mm-hmm.
All right. What is that? $4,000 a month at manager?
Mm-hmm. It's per week. Mm-hmm.
So if it's a week, that's a lot of money. So I just don't want you to look beyond what you can do, just sharing with friends and family and your local community and at the dog park and whatnot. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, well, I bless you guys, and I'm gonna also put something else in the chat. I listened to something recently. It was David Schmidt talking with Dr. Kathy, and they are discussing the patches. It's excellent, excellent. Going through the patches, having just a talk back and forth on how to use them. And I'm gonna put, it's Nova 21. I'm just gonna send the link here for you. So those of you who are wanting to move forward, those of you who are wanting to dream big like we discussed, we're dreaming big. We've got specific goals in mind on purpose. I want you to just see how to move forward with that for you. And that would be wholesale accounts for those that want to move forward in financially. And I'm putting this link in right here. This is a Vimeo. And if I were y'all, I would copy and paste that and listen to it. It's about an hour and a half. Okay. Listen, we need to honor the time, but I want to now do our hats. Hold on just a second. Hats, 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 hats. All right. First of all, who had the guts to wear their hat? Let's see them. All right. Now, let's be honest regarding what hats we like the most. Well, I got to admit it, guys. Miss Deborah's got the fanciest hat on. Do we all agree? Look at that. Yeah. All right. Well, Miss Deborah, I'm pretty sure you won the hat contest. If you could please, I am, what I decided for this, I didn't know how many were going to show up. So I'm going to give the prize of an Eon. It's because I'm the one I'm doing the prize for me. And it's because if we'd been in Costa Rica, we'd be needing that anti-inflammatory by now. And so if you could text me, oh good, go ahead and text me your address. I'll put an Eon in the mail to you as your
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, this is one of my favorite hats, and it's like, you know, really custom made, and got it in West Sonoma County, and it is turquoise and brown leather and cowgirl hat, cowgirl. And love to everyone. Everyone looks beautiful. Everybody here is wonderful. Love you all. Love you, love you. And that was awesome. Thank you for the uplifting and the real spiritual context today. It was very nurturing. Thank you. Very inspiring.
I'm glad. Thank you so much. Thanks y'all for coming. I appreciate it. I know I'm not Peter No. Let me go ahead and turn off the, I want to say goodbye to Facebook land. Thank you for joining us. And I'm going to shut off the recording so I can get your address and everything. Just a moment, please. Anyway, let me stop my live stream first. Bye-bye, Facebook. Thanks for coming. We'll go ahead and stop the recording. Thank you so much for joining us. This was fun. And Peter will be back next week. Stop recording.